F-16 vs Su-35. Ukrainian F-16 Fighting Falcon will be the nail in the coffin for struggling Russian Air Force's Su-35, MiG-31K and MiG-29. The United States has agreed that the Allies can send F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. The UK, Netherlands, Belgium and Denmark welcomed the move by US President Joe Biden, who is offering F-16 to Ukraine. The Netherlands will provide 28 Fighting Falcon to Ukraine. In addition to that, Denmark has agreed to transfer their F-16s to Ukraine. The Dutch government has already cancelled the contract with Draken International to sell 28 F-16 jets in favor of Ukraine. Who will train Ukrainian pilots? Ukrainian pilots will receive training on bespoke simulators. But it is also highly likely they would have been practicing on commercially available software, which delivers a very close representation of the workflow required to operate an F-16. British and American governments agree to train and prepare Ukrainian pilots on F-16s for combat sorties. Poland is another nation willing to train Ukrainian pilots on modern F-16 Fighting Falcon fighter jets. What armaments will Ukraine receive? F-16s can launch precision bombs guided by laser, GPS, and advanced targeting systems and are better at targeting and destroying enemy airborne and ground-based assets than Russia's current fighter jets. Ukraine has already received many AIM-120 AMRAAM for NASAMS anti-air missile system. The U.S. has supplied JDAMER laser-guided bombs, Harpoon anti-ship missiles, HARM anti-radiation missiles and ALD-160 miniature air-launched decoy. Electronic warfare. The F-16 can be fitted with Israeli Ruaf'S Advanced Defense Systems Sky Shield or Viper Shield jamming pod. These jamming pod already proved decisive over Syrian airspace, deceiving the Russian S-400 and S-300 air defense systems. If the mission is to neutralize an enemy radar installation, for jets carry missiles or bombs to destroy that structure. That role is called a suppression of enemy air defenses, SEAD, strike. Ukraine can use existing HARM anti-radiation missiles to destroy the Russian air defense system in a destruction of enemy air defense system, F-16 vs Su-35 or MiG-31K. Russia managed to shoot down its own Su-35 and Su-34 fighter bombers. The lack of identification friend or foe, IFF, and data link were two primary reasons the Russian Air Force did not operate in a formation and operating within occupied territories of Ukraine. The Russian military lacks networking and a common data link amongst forces, creating communication barriers for multi-domain operations in the Ukraine war. Captured Russian pilot Andrei Fedorchukov told Ukrainian officials that Ruaf'S distributed Garmin GPS and Prenibo mobile app to navigate in Ukraine because of the poor quality of Russia's inaccurate GLONASS guidance system. This is before you realize that most Su-35 fly with older infrared-seeking and semi-active variants of R-27 because R-77 is in short supply. The lack of competent armament puts Su-35 at a significant disadvantage. The limited range of the R-77 was the main reason Indian Air Force lost the Kashmir skirmish against the Pakistani F-16C. Russia used older generation Su-24 and Su-25 in Syria and Ukraine because the newly built Su-35 lacks precision strike capability due to an erroneous GLONASS guidance system. In addition to already poor performance, IRBIS-E is vulnerable to jamming by modern electronic warfare suites owing to a smaller bandwidth, which you can tell from inferior SR resolution. Combined with substantially short-range missiles, Su-35 is significantly disadvantaged in beyond visual range combat against F-16 armed with AIM-120D AMRAAM. Especially against an F-16 as an adversary with a capable AESA radar offering not only a superior range but also being highly resistant to DRFM jamming from Su-35's L-175V Kibani, the Su-35 will become a bullseye within the range of AIM-120 AMRAAM. Since Ukraine will receive several squadrons of F-16, there will be no shortage of buddy spike. Russia is the only country exporting fighter jets without an active electronically scanned array, AESA, radar. Russia's domestically delivered production variant Su-57 and MiG-35 are fitted with Soviet-era IRBIS-E and Zuk-M phased array radar because the Russian prototype AESA radar failed the bench test. Considering Ukrainian Air Force received the latest generation Patriot PAC-3 MSE missile defense system, it's highly likely Ukraine will receive an upgraded F-16 from the Netherlands and Denmark, funded by the UK and the US. Many fourth-generation aircraft have some aspect of them hyped up to a degree, but none comes close to the extent of hype with the Su-35 and flanker family. Once F-16 shoots down several Su-35s and MiG-31K, it will end Russian export markets for its fighter jets and nail them in the coffin for struggling aerospace industries importing spare parts from China. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram.